I don't get it. Why don't they just listen to me? Has this been you before? Pulling your starter rope over and over, desperately trying to get your snowblower to run during the first snowstorm of the season? If you answered yes to this question, then chances are good you probably skipped this critical step in the spring. Hey guys and gals, welcome to Garage Gear. I'm JB, giving you the best tips and tricks to survive life in and out of the garage. It's pretty simple really. If you want your snowblower to start up next fall, then you got to get the gas out this spring. Old gas wreaks havoc with small engines during the summer months. Good thing for you, you have some options here of what you can do. I have labeled these procedures as good, better, and best. Let's start with the good way. Simple thing you could do is pour some fuel stabilizer into your gas tank. This eliminates the need to drain fuel prior to storage. Some companies claim that it keeps your fuel fresh for up to 24 months, ensuring easy startups next season by preventing buildup in your engine. Stable is a classic that many tend to navigate towards, and there are many brands out there. In my experience, this procedure will work in most cases, but it's not my favorite, and here's why. Many years ago, I tried putting that fuel stabilizer in, and the machine the following season just didn't run quite right. It ran, but not to its full potential. I still ended up going in and cleaning the carb. And I spent money on a product that didn't deliver 100%. Plus, many people have reached out to me here on the channel with similar experiences. And on the flip side, many people out there say that this procedure works just fine for them. If that's you, cool. If you're successful, keep doing what you're doing. Will this simple procedure work? Yeah. Are there better ways that won't cost you anything? Yeah. Then let's keep going here. And to keep this video going with the YouTube algorithm, would you mind taking a super quick second to hit that like button? Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Here is the better option. At the end of the winter season, on a decent day, park your snowblower outside in the driveway. Start it up and let it run. Let it run until it dies. It may take a little bit depending on how much fuel you have in your gas tank, and eventually it'll run out of fuel and shut down. This one single step has saved me so much trouble year after year. I get a lot of equipment in here from time to time to work on, and turning them on and just letting them run is the easiest way to get the gas out. It requires no mechanical expertise. Now this method isn't perfect, but it's definitely better, and here's why. You no longer have any gas in the tank to gum up the carburetor or other components. But inside the carburetor, you still could find a tiny amount of gas lingering around inside the bowl. Have you ever had a bowl of soup, and as you get to the bottom of the bowl, your spoon just can't get that remainder out? So you end up sipping that last little bit from the bowl? That's basically the amount of fuel you'll find left inside, depending on your carburetor bowl size. Not a lot, but a tiny amount. Could this small amount do damage to your carburetor? Most likely not, at least as far as I've seen. A bunch of neighbors have come to me over the years saying that they can't get their snowblower started in the fall. And I tell them, start it up in the spring, burn out all the gas, and I never see them do it. I don't get it. Why don't they just listen to me? And then they usually come back and wonder why it's happening again. Using this method, all you have to do now in the fall is pour your fresh gas in, and your machine will start right up. And now moving on to the best of the best procedures, this is what I call the CD, or complete drain. Here's what you do. Find your carburetor. This may not be so easy on some models. Most carbs have a drain bolt on the bottom of the carburetor bowl. If there's not a carburetor bowl drain bolt like this, you could drain the carburetor from this bolt right here. And that'll basically do the same thing. Loosen it up and fuel will start draining out. You could drain it out into an old pop bottle. Hold up. That's a Buffalo thing. Sorry, soda bottle. Or you can drain it right back into your gas can. Once it's drained, you're good. Using this procedure, there's nothing left in the gas tank or the carburetor bowl. Now this big funnel rests perfectly right here against the tire and sits right on top here on the gas can. The fuel flows out and flows perfectly right inside. Hey, whatever works, right? You could even use a tube on one end and then shove it right into your gas tank too. This here is my dedicated gas funnel, so all this thing sees is gas. And to finish this procedure up, all you have to do is retighten that carburetor drain bolt. No gas in there at all. To take this one step further, what you could do is take your snowblower outside and take your starter rope and pull it a few times. There could be some fuel left in that emulsion tube of the carburetor, and there's a small chance that your machine might start up for only a couple of seconds. Nope, she's empty. As a prelude to this best procedure, I like to minimize the amount of fuel that I put into the snowblower as the season winds down. Our winter season usually ends around mid-March, so I'll start putting minimal fuel in sometime around mid-February. Maybe only filling the machine up about halfway before each use, if we even have enough snow to use it. That way I'm not waiting forever for fuel to drain out. Now, provided the fuel that came out of your snowblower is clean, and you had a clean way of getting it back into the gas can, the fuel you just drained out, you could use right away in the spring in your lawnmower. No money wasted and no extra money spent on stabilizers. Seems like a win-win to me. Now here's some other things to consider. I've heard a handful of people say that draining out the carburetor completely will dry out your bowl seal. I have done this same procedure for the last 10 years on this snowblower alone and have never had that issue. Same thing on my lawnmowers and other equipment too. I don't know what it is, but some people get so freaked out thinking that replacing their bowl seal is like the end of the world. It costs like $2. Super cheap. Undo the bolt at the bottom of the carburetor bowl, take off the bowl seal, put the new one on, and then re-bolt it back onto the carburetor. 2-minute job, tops. Another thing that I hear people say from time to time is to use the fuel shutoff valve. They then add fuel stabilizer to the gas tank, turn the machine on, and then run the fuel out of the carburetor. The problem that I've seen here is that although there's no fuel in the carb, all that gas is sitting in the gas tank and could go bad if left there too long. And then when you go to open that fuel valve in the spring, you're gonna send all that nasty gas all right back into your carburetor. And you'll be lucky if it starts. For more cool garage gear content, click or tap the screen right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the garage.